Happy New Year. It is December 30th, 2022, the last Wrestling Inc. podcast of 2022, and we are going out with a bang tonight, talking about SmackDown, John Cena, Charlotte, new women's champion, craziness tonight on the show, pre-taped Rampage, but we'll get into it. Issa, how are you doing? Are you celebrating 2023 early?
Yeah, of course. It's the Thursday. I'm already on party mode.
Okay, cool. It's exciting. Very exciting.
Yeah.
After Tuesday.
It is. Do you have any plans?
No, I think we're going to do a triple feature tomorrow night of the movie Salsa, followed by Lambada, followed by The Forbidden Dance. So,
those are some good ones.
Yes, Robbie Rosa is in Salsa, the movie.
Yeah.
Yes,
yep.
I'm looking forward to that. It'll be good. No, that's all that's going on here. I got some vegan pizza tonight. Watched SmackDown. Watched Rampage. It's a good time.
You're such a rebel.
Like last night. Okay, so last night we watched this TV movie from the 1980s called Cocaine: One Man's Seduction. And
that sounds incredible.
I thought I was going to watch it to goof on it. It was actually just kind of depressing. Like, he's a real estate agent. He starts doing cocaine. His life goes to shit. He stops doing cocaine. So we watched that. We watched a British music show. And then I put on that band I was telling you about, Timbiriche, from Mexico. And, okay, first off, didn't realize Paulina Rubio was in that band when she was younger.
Oh, yeah.
And so was Thalia. But then this just made my night. I put on their cover of Tony Basil's Mickey from 1982, and then my wife lights up and starts singing along in Spanish. My wife, when she lived in Mexico for a year, heard that song and knew that song. She loved their version of Mickey as a kid, so it was kind of cool that my wife had this connection from the year she lived in Mexico to remembering this band. It was very nice.
I also know that version of Mickey.
Yes, totally different lyrics. But she starts singing along, "Oh, Mickey, ¿dónde está?" And I'm just like, how do you know this?
It was a big deal.
Was a big deal. Yeah. So that was my night last night. Tonight, I watched some wrestling and just couldn't wait to get on the podcast to talk to you.
Oh, same. It was an eventful night, to say the least.
Yes. And Alfred, hell of a night to miss.
Yeah. Well, he's getting that discount, that last discount of 2022 at Applebee's. So
he has like the punch card,
Yeah. He's got to take advantage of it before it expires.
Yeah. They don't mess around with that. But before we get into it all, what's going on in the news?
I only have one report, and unfortunately, it is a sad one. As iconic TNA announcer Don West passed away. Famed Impact Wrestling announcer and legendary pitchman Don West has died at the age of 59 after an ongoing battle with brain lymphoma. West's former TNA broadcast colleague Mike Tenay shared the news on Twitter with a tweet. His family had originally spoken about his diagnosis back in 2021, and it appears that he has unfortunately lost that battle. A GoFundMe was originally set to help his family pay for his treatments. Way back in the day, I did see a lot of love going around social media, and also WWE acknowledged it through in the
That's right.
Tonight's show, Michael Cole did acknowledge the passing of Don West. So obviously our thoughts and prayers are with Don's families and loved ones. Sad news.
And Don was so beloved by the wrestling community. I had the pleasure of meeting him at a StarCast, and Issa, believe it or not, he cut me a deal.
Really?
I needed to buy some signed photos for a Blue Chew giveaway, and Don West hooked me up,
Oh, that's a great memory to have.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. But no, I just love seeing this outpouring of support and WWE acknowledging. Of course, when anyone passes, it's sad, but we've often said a life could be measured by the memories you make and the impact you make on others, and he certainly made a lot of memories.
Rough couple of days. 2022 seems to not want to go away without taking a few people. We heard the passing of Don today. Pele, great soccer player. Vivian Westwood, and I think we just found out.
Barbara Walters.
Barbara Walters passed away. I'm kind of like wanting 2022 to go away already. It seems like it's trying to take some people out with it.
I feel okay. Let's not jinx it, because for the past couple of years we said, next year is going to be better. You know what? Let's just see. Let's not get our hopes up.
Right. I'm gonna. You know my theory. I shared it with you multiple times. Expect the worst. So I'm just gonna stick. I'm gonna stay negative.
Stay negative. Issa, that should be your wrestling gimmick. Hey kids, remember, stay negative.
You don't get disappointed, and sometimes you get pleasantly surprised.
Just a ray of sunshine.
That's why you love me, Glenn, and you know it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's almost.
That's all I got for the news today.
Oh man, it's crazy. This year just went by in a heartbeat. The past few years have gone by just so quickly. It's really
ever since 2020, I just don't have a sense of time anymore.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know. Like time is going by. The pandemic, just like it's never felt like we've gone back to normal after the pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, what is normal anymore? Who knows?
I don't know. But listen, I had a blast watching SmackDown today. I actually didn't even think that Rampage was that bad, but at the request of me for the last 2022, can we get Rampage out of the way first and then we talk SmackDown since it's the exciting show?
Okay. Sure.
Just a little request, Glenn. Come on.
No, it's okay. Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta for the All Atlantic Championship, and that handshake felt like it lasted good half of
forever.
The show.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be over afterwards. Like, okay, that's all the time we have today. Thank you for tuning into Rampage.
I mean, this was a fun match. This was what it was.
It was fun.
When Orange Cassidy winning, I mean, not. Yeah.
It was what it was.
At least he didn't close the show again.
Right. I didn't. Well, I mean, Wheeler Yuta is not really that much of an upgrade.
Well, okay. So Orange Cassidy won that match. Then we have this promo from Darby Allin. I don't know that this promo made Darby look good. It was almost a little comedic when he said, "When I left my hometown, I was 115 pounds.
And now I'm 110.
That's what I was expecting him to say. I really thought they were going to kind of like Bud Bundy this. They made him look like Michael J. Fox, like Alex Keaton. Like I was 115 pounds and now I'm 116 pounds.
I was like, and nothing has changed.
And nothing has changed.
Darby.
That was not, and I love Darby Allin. I mean, go back on this podcast since first became aware of him. Like I'm rooting for this kid. I think he is world champion material. He should be one of the biggest stars of wrestling.
Glenn, please leave that in 2022.
But Issa, the reason why you have that attitude is because how they booked him. This isn't about Darby.
No, it's because of what he looks like. I can't believe he can beat anyone. And he's 115 pounds. Sorry.
I think putting him with Sting was a mistake because it makes him look more like a kid. And
I didn't like the promo, not only because of that, but because he was kind of crapping on his hometown. And he's like, isn't the big deal to see him wrestle in Seattle next week, being his hometown? He just felt like he was like, no, screw Seattle, screw my hometown, screw everybody. And then he turns around and asks Sting, I don't even think you believe in me. And Sting is like, no, I don't. Like, what was this?
Well, if Sir Mix-a-Lot taught us one thing, it's that Seattle ain't bullshitting. So I think Darby.
Good point.
Yes.
Good point.
Sir Mix-a-Lot taught us a lot of things. How to look out for the swap meet Louie and avoid it.
Yeah.
Don't buy the swap meet Louie.
And liking big butts and not lying about it.
Yes. Buttermilk biscuits. Tried to put him on the glass a thing. That didn't catch on the same way. Yeah. No one's putting him on the glass. So that would be amazing. I just want Darby Allin to kind of a promo, and it's just all Sir Mix-a-Lot lyrics.
That would be incredible. Actually.
Sir Mix-a-Lot should wrap Darby into the ring in Seattle. Tony Khan, make it happen. Kip Sabian dominated a match. Who was he against here?
I have no idea.
No idea. But Kip Sabian dominated. Kip Sabian, I don't. The Wrestling Inc. recap doesn't even give him a name.
Sometimes I feel like he wears more makeup than me.
Yeah, Kip Sabian feels. I don't know. This guy just feels
like
kinda,
what, Glenn? What does he feel like?
He's got a good look. I feel like this is just a lesser version of other wrestlers we've seen before. Like, it's just not doing it for me.
I see your point. I feel like he belongs in an emo band back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, that's who it reminds me of. What's his face? You know, the writer from WWE who had the emo gimmick. You know who I'm talking about? What? Jimmy Jacobs. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Kip Sabian is a lesser Jimmy Jacobs.
Not a bad comparison. I'm not invested into anything that he does, and that's poor storytelling, obviously.
Yeah. But he dominated this match. Let's talk about Jon Moxley's promo, calling out Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah. I mean, he said, if you're clear on the 11th, you know where to find me. We all know that Hangman is going to be clear for this match. So I don't understand why they keep doing this whole, oh my God, is Hangman going to be clear? I'd rather them finally clear Hangman so that they can have a little back and forward promo-wise. I don't know that they're making Hangman look strong in the way that they're booking him. But obviously, I like... Moxley comes out there, he says words, and I believe them.
Moxley says words.
But he does. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes he just doesn't make any sense, but he's still very, I don't know if I want to say relatable, because he's just not, I don't relate to him, but I believe him when he says things, when he says these words.
It's like he could say just about anything. Do you remember in the last Exorcism, the mockumentary, Patrick Fabian as the Reverend said, I'm going to give a recipe for banana bread and I will get everyone amening along. Like, Moxley could do the same thing.
And you will fall for it.
Yeah, and you'd be like, man.
Otherwise, he's going to like bleed to death. So you have to believe him. Man,
he really made me believe that you just got to beat those eggs. That's the secret in life. You know? Mash the banana. No, I think Moxley's great. I think him and Page, I like how this is building. Then we had Jade Cargill taking on Kiera Hogan for the TBS Championship.
Can we give Kiera Hogan her flowers? I thought she looked incredible. And she made Jade Cargill look very good. I actually really, really enjoyed this match. I like the storytelling. Some storytelling with Red Velvet. I think Red Velvet and Jade would also put on a great match when they finally get to that point. But I really, really enjoyed Kiera Hogan's work in this match.
Yeah, this was a really good match. I mean,
there was a couple of close finishes that I thought, and she did a lot of good reversals. Like I liked it.
This felt more like a real developed match than most of these squashes Jade has had. I think it's important to have Jade still win and keep the streak going, but I like that they made this feel like this stood on its own beyond who won or who lost. And I think Kiera just continues to become more of a powerhouse in AEW.
It's one of my favorite Jade Cargill's matches in probably the last 5 or 10 matches that I've seen of hers. This ranks very high for me. But she continues to be undefeated. She continues to look like that B word. You know, I'm trying to keep.
Wow, look at you!
I know it's the last show of the year. You know, I'm trying here. But overall, I just really, really enjoyed this match. I was pleasantly surprised with it.
Yeah, it was good. And we went from this more of the build with Jamie Hayter, Saraya.
Great promo by Jamie Hayter. I love this too.
Man, if we're gonna learn more on Wednesday about Saraya's tag partner.
If Saraya's partner is not Mercedes, they need to announce it. They have to.
We're going to learn more Wednesday. And let me put it this way. After Wednesday, either a lot of people are going to be marking it on their calendars or a lot of people are going to go, oh, okay.
Because remember when WWE was doing the War Games right for Survivor Series and they had Becky come back at SmackDown? Yeah. They did that because of that reason, because of the rumors, right? So I got to tell you something. If Mercedes is not the person that's going to show up, they have to announce it ahead of time. Otherwise, it's just going to be a nightmare for them with the fans just talking crap.
Yeah, it will not go well.
Agreed.
Well, what did you think of Swerve Strickland? Just
whose house?
Well, Run's house, but also Swerve's.
Also Paige. It's everybody's. Yes, I feel like AEW is it's like an Airbnb that you just like share with like 8 friends when you go on vacation. Like a lot of people are claiming this house.
Everybody's house. Yet the roof is on fire, and people keep saying we don't need no water. You know.
What am I gonna do? Die? Not me. I'm getting out. Anyways, yeah, we had Swerve against your favorite wrestler, Wheeler Yuta.
Wheeler Yuta. I mean, Swerve was great in this. I like this dominant
Yeah, he was.
Swerve. And then Wheeler rolling with the Tattoo Crew.
The Tattoo Crew? I love that. Glenn, did you notice towards the end when they did the superplex, did you notice the different POV shots that they showed?
I did.
The impact.
It's good.
Did it feel more? Did it feel like it helped you understand the impact of the move better, seeing it from the different POVs?
Look, back when WWE had their short-lived deal with to do select parts of matches in VR, like I watched some of those, and it's interesting. Actually, you know what was funny at Mania, the main event with Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda? Remember with the weird angle of the pin? The pin in VR actually looked really good. Like the finish of that match. Yeah, the finish of that match looked much better in VR than what we saw on TV. I wish I could still access it, but the deal expired, so you can't watch it anymore. But no, look, I like people trying different stuff with the presentation of professional wrestling.
Yeah, the match overall was great. I didn't think that it needed the dirty referees is distracted, so I'm gonna give him a low blow because I thought both men kind of like really killed it here, and I could have bought Swerve winning without needing to do the dirty win.
Yeah. Well, man, I wish I'd have been live.
Let's just talk about the show that was live.
Yes, let's talk about SmackDown.
But listen, before we move on to SmackDown, I actually thought that Rampage was enjoyable. It wasn't one that I was like, can we get this hour over with? I enjoyed it. It paced well.
There you go. Bray Wyatt opened up SmackDown tonight.
I have questions for Uncle Howdy.
Well, don't we all? LA Knights. Okay, so Bray's promo started. First off, still that music. Just go to the break. Just start with that. This is not connecting for me. His entrance is taking far too long. It's cool the audience is into it, but the music builds in a weird way. Knew she was gonna do that. But okay, so his promo. He's talking about the bad things he's done. Like I actually was interested in what he was saying. I said, this could be an interesting direction to set up what comes next. And he was interrupted by LA Knight.
Yeah. Your favorite wrestler?
Well, whose game is it? It's LA Knight's game. And that's a fact.
Let me talk to you.
And then, but I loved that he said that with this Captain Howdy shit. And I'm like, he's also a fan of The Exorcist.
Yes, I popped for it. I pop for that because I love The Exorcist, and I keep calling him Captain Howdy on my streams. I can't help it.
Yeah. So that was good.
Yeah.
And then Uncle Howdy, the man, the myth, the legend, showed up, interfered, came into the ring, stood next to Bray, then give Bray the Sister Abigail.
Yeah. So first of all, I loved where Bray was going. It seems like he was apologizing to the cameraman that he heard last week, meaning that he still has this weird split personality where he doesn't comprehend what he does. I like LA Knight coming out and some of the things that he said. I got a good laugh out of it. Captain Howdy, a lot shorter than what I expected him to be. That's the first thing.
About 2 inches shorter than Bray, much like someone else.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I would like to discuss, whether he shows up tonight or not. We'll see. But I like this, and I'm seeing mixed reviews about it on social media. I wasn't expecting Uncle Howdy to attack Bray. Based on what we know here on this podcast, because we have the exclusive, we do know that he likes LA Knight better. But I really, story-wise, I did not think this is where they were going with it. So I liked it. I was personally shocked, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I think they added a layer to the story that needed to be added. Well,
it's going towards a pitch black match at the Royal Rumble.
What does that even mean, Glenn?
Sponsored by Mountain Dew.
God.
Mountain Dew is pitch black. That's a flavor, right? Like
I don't know. I don't drink any Mountain Dew. I never had Mountain Dew in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, have you ever had Mellow Yellow or
no?
Oh, Mountain Dew. It's
or Dr. Pepper.
Oh, really? Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew are like dessert sodas. Like they're so sweet.
Yeah, they never been my thing.
Yeah. I like a good Diet Dr. Pepper now and again. Mountain Dew's too much though.
My favorite thing is how grossed out I get by it when I never even tasted it, but we'll stick with that. Okay.
You should be doing this on your stream. You should be trying the things. And I mean, you could have like a spit cup or something for it. You know, you don't have to actually consume it.
Who am I, Uncle Howdy? He looks like he will have a spit cup. He probably chews tobacco and has a spit cup. That's the vibes I get from Uncle Howdy.
I had a friend growing up who owned a spittoon, and his spittoon was full of spit. It was the most disgusting thing. Thanks
for sharing.
Yes. And there, yeah, I'm not even gonna get into it because I'll barf if I start telling these stories. So yeah, Daniel Price is saying yes, it's Mountain Dew's new flavor. As Baby Ice pointed out on Twitter, yes, Vin Diesel should be involved. We should have Riddick if it's a pitch black match. No, I think the light could be off.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, maybe they'll do like the red. I don't know. It's gonna be disappointing. Like,
how do you know, Glenn? Well, you know what? I'm the queen of stay negative, so I appreciate you having that attitude.
I mean, remember the blindfold match? How epic that was supposed to be.
Yes. Listen, I like some of the things that they do with Bray Wyatt with these unconventional matches. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but the Firefly Inferno match, the visual of it still lives with me. Like
okay,
him hitting the RKO on fire, that shit was awesome.
There were some good moments. I mean, like the Firefly Funhouse match is one of my favorite wrestling matches of all time.
I felt like I was on acid without doing acid. It was great.
It was so good. According to Dream Realm Studios, everyone's still putting them on the glass.
I think I had a pitch black match once. I was blackout drunk.
I think that's Uncle Howdy's pitch black match.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure something similar.
Like, boom, he's got another kid.
But do you like it? What do you think of Uncle Howdy attacking Bray? Do you think that adds another layer, or are you over it?
I think that if not for that, I was ready to tweet some very critical things of all this before that happened. Okay. Before Uncle Howdy came out. So it's getting a little more interesting.
You're invested again.
I'm a little invested, but we'll see. But I will say that overall, even though I'm not going to say like, oh, this is terrible and this is negative and this is a failure, it is amazing how much interest there was in the White Rabbit, the return, and then what we have done since is it feels like we were going 100 miles an hour in Sir Mix-a-Lot's Testarossa, and then we shifted it down into second gear and just have kept it there ever since.
I love the continuation.
Yes. Solo Sikoa took on Sheamus.
A banger.
Yeah, good match.
Solo Sikoa looked incredible. Sheamus just finishes the year the same way he started it, just putting on bangers with whoever you put him in there with. I didn't think that Sheamus was losing here. And I also didn't need the involvement of everyone on the outside, including Butch. You know, I just wanted to see them just have a good wrestling match. But I still enjoyed it. And they're really making Solo look like a star here. Like he looks different from the Usos, from Sammy. Like they're I don't know, whenever the bloodline dissolves, if it ever happens. I mean, it should happen after Sami Zayn disappointed all of us tonight, but we'll get into that. Solo Sikoa is going to be a star.
So yeah, someone on the bloodline got a win tonight, at least. But then the Usos and Solo attacked Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre came out to make the save.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, yo, Drew looked like he just like finished working out at Planet Fitness, because you know how you can also like Planet Fitness has a tanning bed and it's included in like the upper membership. So he looked like he had just finished working out and tanning when he came out there. Just an observation. You didn't see it?
Sure. I liked Planet Fitness's commercial, by the way, where they said it's still not too late to make this your year. There's one day
I saw it and they were like, why don't you do what you said you would do 11 and a half months ago on the last day of the year? And I was like, damn, Planet Fitness, chill.
It's actually brilliant. There's a brilliant ad. It was so good. Steve Marcuccioli, Buck99, Solo has Samoa Joe vibes.
Yes, and they're booking in the same way. Even the entrance gives me Samoa Joe vibes.
Let's talk about Ronda Rousey versus Raquel Rodriguez for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And this was not a squash by any means.
No.
Putting in the submission move up on the turnbuckle. The ending of this I thought was great. I mean, I knew Ronda was going to win this match, but again, this I thought was pretty darn good. What did you think?
I am with you. I thought that Raquel and Ronda put on a great match when they first faced each other. I don't know if you remember. This is when Raquel first got called up. They put on a banger, and I was thinking, I know that Ronda's reign has been underwhelming, but one of the matches that I remember thinking that was really good was against Raquel. So I was looking forward to this match tonight, and they didn't disappoint. I thought it was an excellent match, a lot of fun counters. I love the finish. So a couple of little weird spots, but we don't need to talk about that. The match was a lot of fun. I thought Raquel looked great, and I did think she made Ronda look good. What happened after here didn't make her look so good, but we'll get into that.
Yeah. Bear Hudson saying, if anyone's staying home and needs something to watch, Tulsa King and Yellow Jackets. Also, I want a Yellow Jackets podcast from you guys in season 2. We will be back. We'll be back with Yellow Jackets Buzz next year.
I'm so excited. And if you guys decide to watch Yellow Jackets, go to my YouTube channel and watch the Yellow Jackets Buzz podcast, or you can listen to us on all podcast platforms. Just search Yellow Jackets Buzz.
Yes. Charlotte Flair came back immediately.
I popped, Glenn. I missed her more than I thought I did until I saw her coming out. And you know what? I know that we work for Wrestling Inc. and there's a lot of good people out there that make their living out of dirt sheets and reporting things. I'm so happy this didn't get spoiled. These are the moments that you live for as a wrestling fan, the surprises, the things that you're not expecting to happen. She came out looking great. She said, Ronda Rousey didn't know what to do with herself. She said, you're going to challenge me at SummerSlam? And I was like, sis, what? And she was like, the Royal Rumble.
And then I like that Charlotte said, no, tonight. Charlotte said tonight, and Ronda's like, I'm feeling spicy.
Yeah, and then even Shayna, I'm screaming at my iPad, don't take the match, sis. You do not have to accept. Shayna is pushing her back like, don't do this. Like I don't think they did. I mean, obviously with the finish, they weren't trying to do Ronda any favors, but Ronda seems like she should be smarter than accepting this match right after she got done with a pretty physical match against Raquel Rodriguez. I was like, this is stupid. Charlotte, 14-time champ, let's do this.
It's tough. I'm glad Charlotte's back. I think Charlotte is, given the fact that this is like Charlotte's 14th championship, Charlotte's clearly much more
the greatest of all time, man.
She's more prone to losing than Ronda is. So I think that will help the SmackDown women's division.
Wow, this woman just came back and you're really talking about her losing.
You don't get to be 14-time champion, 14-time champion unless you lost the championship 13 times.
First of all, we need to talk about the cash-ins because most of the cash-ins have happened on poor Charlotte Flair. Yeah. No, but I see your point. But the SmackDown women's division has been underwhelming, to say the least. They haven't put anybody over by having them feud with Ronda, and Ronda hasn't looked any better. They needed this. This was a shot in the arm for the SmackDown women's division. Like her or hate her, Charlotte Flair brings a star. She has it, it. She has it, and she brings it to SmackDown. I didn't think they were going to just, premature ejaculate and do it tonight. I thought they were going to, save it for at least the first SmackDown of the year or something. You know what I mean?
What? You're trying to keep it PG tonight? I thought you were trying to really...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't think that...
It's okay. We all you can't we're not editing.
You don't feel like they did it too soon? Like they didn't even let us savor the Charlotte return and now she's champion?
I think that Ronda and Shayna are going for those tag titles.
I wouldn't be mad at that, but then who does Charlotte faces in the SmackDown women's division?
Yeah. I mean anyone. Because it's competitive now. Charlotte is more vulnerable to losing the way than the book Ronda. Toxicazim. Interesting choice of words.
Read it.
No, I'm not reading
that. Toxis Triple H made a wrong decision on Charlotte winning. I'm 50-50 on it. I'm 50-50 on it because we have been sitting here not being we haven't been enjoying Ronda Rousey's reign. So I can see them wanting to do something different, but it just felt like it all happened so fast. That's what she said. I'm happy Charlotte is back. I loved her gear. I thought she looked great.
She looked great.
Do you think they're really trying to book her like the ultimate baby face? I mean, she was hugging children and celebrating in the crowd. What was that?
So I like the new version of her theme. I mean, we'll see. We'll see where they go with this. But who's going to be the heel then if it's not Ronda? And maybe
Ronda is the heel here.
No, but I mean, maybe Ronda and Shayna start showing up on Raw more. Maybe someone else moves over to SmackDown. I don't know.
We'll see. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, it was a surprise. We don't get surprises. They all keep getting spoiled. So I was very happy about all of this.
I'm bummed that we're not going to get a heel Mandy Rose coming back to the main roster to feud with Charlotte, because that would be really, really good.
I'm bummed that Charlotte is on SmackDown because I'm looking forward to Charlotte against Bianca just because of Bianca's goal of beating all 4 horsewomen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. Well, after that, some good Bloodline segments tonight. I liked Paul Heyman asking Sami Zayn about his Hanukkah.
Oh my god, I didn't like Sami Zayn saying, "Oh, were you mad that the crowd was chanting Sami?" What a self-centered jerk Sami Zayn is.
They were being so mean to Top Dollar in the locker room.
Bro, Ricochet. What was that all about? And why is Ricochet making fun of anyone? Like, we got dirt on Ricochet. He needs to chill.
Anyhow, we heard from Imperium, who were interrupted by Braun Strowman.
Wow, and, how exciting was that?
Ricochet had to come out and save Braun.
Exactly.
Like, this was fun because it was just so random and weird, and yeah. It was good.
It's not random and weird. I'm over it. Braun Strowman and those red pants need to go away.
But I like how everyone was speculating, oh, Brock's going to come out and challenge Gunther, and we're going to get that at the Rumble.
It's December.
Yeah.
Okay, no, you're not gonna have Brock and Cena come back on the same show.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe
I just
with Charlotte coming back. I mean, honestly, I did think tonight. I did for a moment think this is going to be the most stacked, crazy one-off SmackDown ever. I did for a second think Brock.
It was though. We had Cena, we had Charlotte. That's pretty good. I just didn't need to see Braun or Ricochet.
Well, this main event tonight, Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn versus John Cena and Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
Roman and Sami look so dominant. It's a shame that John Cena's bald spot isn't here in the chat tonight, because that's all I kept thinking of every time I saw the back of Cena's.
It's getting bigger.
I feel bad. I love John Cena, but dude, like, they make a spray for that. Get a hairpiece.
Because don't you remember the one time that Jericho tried to like use the hair color and it ended up looking even worse? Remember, you know what I'm talking about.
Get some keeps. Get some surgery.
Doesn't he have like a couple of bucks? Can he like get some fake hair put in there or something?
Yeah, I mean, do something. Get it.
He looks like he's cosplaying as John Cena.
But I love John Cena though, and I love seeing him back. I loved him. I loved how excited he was trying to get into the match, and Kevin wasn't tagging him. It was fun to watch John kind of sitting there doing like, oh, pick me. Like, you remember me of like Horshack, Welcome Back Cotter. Like,
I don't understand what's wrong with the people in our chat tonight, because I keep seeing people saying, oh, the GOAT beat Roman clean. First of all, it was Sami Zayn who failed to forget how to do his job, which means you kick out at 2. And it was freaking, wasn't it Kevin Owens who pinned him?
They both hit the finisher on both of them, but then Owens hit the stunner on Zayn.
Okay, so listen, Glenn. Sami Zayn was pinned by Kevin Owens.
Okay.
Roman Reigns did not lose here. The only thing that Roman Reigns did wrong here was trust Sami Zayn, who I have been saying I still do not trust. I don't know how you forget to do your job and kick out at 2. Like, it's not that complicated, kid.
I mean, this is going to really set off some things with the Bloodline and Sami and the storyline going forward.
Yeah, he needs to get kicked out.
So he can challenge for the Universal Championship?
Yeah, and he'll lose like he did tonight, because apparently the man doesn't know how to win a match.
I thought this match was a lot of fun. I liked seeing John Cena. Yeah.
Also, can we talk about the little kid? There was like a 5-year-old kid going, Cena, like, bro, you've seen him wrestle what, 3 times in your lifetime? This man has been part-time since like 2015. You probably weren't even alive. So stop it. Like, his parents need to do better and teach him to acknowledge the tribal chief and not be marking out for Cena, the part-timer who left us for Hollywood.
I don't know. I mean, so where do you think the bloodline goes from here?
Cena's bald spot is in the chat. I know.
All I kept thinking of tonight was that.
Listen, the match was great. I thought it was fun. The crowd loved it. It was such a fun way to end 2022. Oh no, what is happening? I'm on my own. It was a fun way to end 2022. And I just wish Roman and Sami would have walked away with the win here. However, obviously, Sami Zayn failed us, has failed the bloodline. I think this is enough material to kick him out of the bloodline already. I don't know what you guys in the chat think. I'm on my own. Glenn has left me. I think I heard his feeling talking badly about John Cena and Sami Zayn, but let's just keep it real. Like, you guys know, Roman Reigns has busted his butt for the last 2 years to hold this championship high. He gives Sami Zayn the opportunity to tag in with him, and Sami Zayn just ruins it by losing the match. And kid was probably planted. You're probably absolutely right about the kid being a plant. Like, come on, John Cena's been part-time for a long time. So it's just like, this kid hasn't even seen John Cena wrestle. Like, let's keep it real. KO started.
Happy New Year!
Captain Howdy.
Issa, it's lovely to see you. Wrestling Inc. podcast. I'm sorry I'm a little late. We were at the after party
after party
at John Cena's house in Tampa tonight, and things got a little out of hand. I'm
really?
Currently out behind John Cena's house. I'm in a borrowed Volkswagen van that I'm going to be camping out in. John said I could stay on the property, celebrate my new year in the camper van in the backyard, and then it's off to the next town.
Captain Howdy, there is a super chat. I don't know if you noticed it, but it is coming from John Cena's bald spot.
Don't make fun of JC. He's got a lovely palatial estate. He said part of the deal was I can't show it to you on camera.
I just want to know if John Cena's bald spot is having a good time at the after party.
You know, he's a handsome man. Issa, and we should be also thankful.
Okay, well, I'm more than happy to change the subject because I have questions for you, Uncle Howdy.
Uh-oh.
You are a lot.
Issa?
Yeah?
I'm not the father. I just want to make that clear. I'm not your father or the potential father of any offspring that you may think I'm responsible for.
Oh, no, that's not my question.
Because Uncle Howdy lost count a few hundred encounters ago.
Wow, Uncle Howdy versus Nick Cannon at WrestleMania.
You know, why do you think I wear the mask so they can't find me so I don't have to pay child support?
No, Captain Howdy, let's keep it real. You're a lot shorter than I thought you would be.
Well, you know, I got the inches where it counts, Issa. At least that's what the ladies tell me.
Obviously, that's how you got all those kids, right?
Well, you know. But tonight, had to deliver a little bit of the Sister Abigail to my nephew, Bray Wyatt.
I was very disappointed in you.
Well, here's the deal. I saved and scrimped my hard-earned money, and I gave Bray a Christmas gift. Gave him a copy of Point Break on a Blu-ray, the Blu-ray. And I said, nephew Bray, this movie taught me a lot. You know, about hesitation causes fear, and fear will cause, you know, your worst fears to come true. Bray, this is really going to help you with your life the way it's helped me. It's where I developed my love of masks, my love of robbing banks and surfing. And I gave this to Bray, and Bray said, "What? No 4K?" And I was like, "You ungrateful little shit." So tonight, I gave him the Sister Abigail.
Okay. Okay, so you're short. You attacked your own blood. I want to talk to you about your entrance music because I gotta tell you something, Uncle Howdy. It was a banger.
You know, Uncle Howdy is known for banging and things that bang.
No. Okay, well, your entrance music was great.
Thank you, Lisa.
Did you pick it yourself?
You know, Uncle Howdy doesn't quite have the sway and pull that he wishes he had backstage. I wanted to enter to, at first I wanted Mike and Maria Kanellis' music, and they said, no, we're saving that. And I'm like, but it's such a good song. And then I said, what about Chesney Hawk's The One and Only? You know, I am the one and only. And they were like, Ricochet's the one and only, Uncle Howdy. We can't afford Chesney Hawks.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
So I tried. This is what they gave me. And I just went for it, you know. It's what Uncle Howdy does. We make the best of the hand that life has dealt us.
I understand that. Uncle Howdy, did you take place or participate in the bullying of Top Dollar backstage?
You know, who amongst us hasn't misjudged a jump or a move?
Right?
Yes. Dylan Matthews wants to know, is Uncle Howdy's wife out of town? Uncle Howdy, I just want to put it out there, Uncle Howdy never getting married again and is single and always looking to mingle, especially if you have an area where I can park my vehicle. No, you know, I don't want to crash on your couch. That's a little too domestic for Uncle Howdy. I'm a rambling man, and I gotta be.
What about an air mattress? What about an air mattress? Would that do?
In a pinch.
Okay. An air mattress outside in a tent?
Yeah, Uncle Howdy is communed with nature now and again when he's had to. So.
Okay. Did you happen to see Roman Reigns at this after party?
You know, Roman didn't show up.
Of course not. He's better than that. You know, who wants to be partying with John Cena's pole spot?
He's a very nice man.
Who, John Cena or Roman Reigns?
John Cena. Roman Reigns, you know, I can't get close to him. I actually originally said I should join the bloodline. And
no,
like,
please. Please.
You're related to Bray. And I was like, so?
If you ever get close to Roman Reigns, would you mind if giving him my number?
I think he might have a restraining order against you already.
No, he doesn't. I search. At least okay. I search in 25 states. I don't know about the others.
There's a photo backstage, and it's like, if you see this woman, call security.
Can you please get rid of the photo when you see it? So
it's okay.
Help me out, Uncle Howdy.
Uncle Howdy has that same scenario with many women, where there's no formal restraining order, but if I am seen nearby, somehow I mysteriously get tackled. No matter how many times I've apologized to Allison Hannigan, that still keeps happening. And Connie Stevens just can't get over it. You know, that Uncle Howdy may have made some advances back in the late 70s, but, you know, you live, you learn, and you move on.
Also, one last question. What the hell is a pitch black match? Are you going to be involved in this?
Well, my pitch for the pitch black match was we get a big swimming pool, like an above ground pool, and we fill it with Mountain Dew pitch black.
Okay.
And originally I said, you know, can Uncle Howdy have all that Mountain Dew pitch black after? Can we rebottle it? And they said no.
You know, that's a lot of sugar, Uncle Howdy. That could give you diabetes.
Well, Uncle Howdy's, you know, trying to watch it. That's Uncle Howdy's resolution for 2023. Uncle Howdy's going to watch his figure. So maybe I'll switch to the diet Dr. Pepper, the diet Mountain Dew. Save a few calories, you know?
You know, Uncle Howdy, I saw these shoes that have like a heel on the inside for men. You should get them so that you look taller.
Inches where it counts, Issa. Inches where it counts.
I know, but you just look so tiny. You look like, do you know Bo Dallas? I heard he's your nephew as well.
Bo Dallas, also my nephew. Handsome young man. He gets his looks from me.
You guys have the same height.
You know, we get told that a lot.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. He's doing well for himself in the relationship department. He doesn't let me come around anymore. He's afraid I'm going to steal his woman, which Uncle Howdy may have done from a few other, you know, relatives over time.
Uncle Howdy, that's not cool.
You know, Uncle Howdy, if Uncle Howdy knows one thing, it's that a player's got to play, and then don't hate the player, hate the game.
There's a good question in the chat. Somebody wants to know if you were with Ric Flair when the plane ride in question took place.
Uncle Howdy has never ridden on an airplane. I'm deathly afraid of flying.
Why?
We talked about this. I prefer to use my thumb, and Tom Cochran once said life is a highway, and those are words Uncle Howdy lives by.
Also, did you date a woman named Katie Vick?
You can't prove anything, and the child isn't mine.
Okay, that's good. You never take one of those DNA tests.
No.
Okay, just making sure, because I don't want to see what results you get.
No, I took some of Bray Wyatt's DNA and uploaded that to 23andMe, I stole his login, I've got all his logins. I'm still watching Bray's Netflix. Maybe that's why he's so mad at me all the time.
What? Netflix is going to get away with that. You're going to have to get your own, Uncle Howdy.
Well, Bray's going to have to get me another one, and maybe show some gratitude.
You just attacked him. Why would he get you a new Netflix?
Because I'm trying to instill some discipline that when someone gives you Point Break on Blu-ray, you say thank you, and you watch it immediately, and then you have a deep discussion with them about, how complicated the character Johnny Utah is.
Okay, I see.
It's just how it goes, Issa. Where's Alfred tonight?
I believe he's at Applebee's. He wanted to get his last meal of 2022 at Applebee's.
Oh, I was going to ask him to Venmo me some money, so I can get to the next time.
He's not going to be able to.
Oh, that's a shame.
You got to talk to Glenn.
The party is still going. John graciously said that I can have some of the leftovers. He'll wrap them in foil for me.
So nice of him.
Eat them out in my camper van. So happy New Year to everyone from Uncle Howdy. And look forward to seeing you again in the coming weeks, months, and years, because Uncle Howdy ain't going nowhere.
I'm sure you're not, Uncle Howdy.
Yes. Happy New Year, Issa. Happy New Year, Wrestling.
Happy New Year, Uncle Howdy. Enjoy the party. Well, there you guys have it. We have a super chat from Sheet Black. I can't highlight it, but he says, Happy New Year and nice mask. That's not a mask. That's the real Uncle Howdy live, giving us some exclusive information from John Cena's after party. You heard it here first. Apparently, he's upset at Bray Wyatt. I don't understand. I like him attacking Bray Wyatt tonight on the show. I thought that was a nice surprise, but overall, we'll see what happens. The Pitch Black match has been advertised for it to go between LA Knight and Bray Wyatt. Uncle Howdy has not been announced or involved in the announcement of this match. So we'll see what Uncle Howdy ends up doing about.
Oh, that was so weird.
Oh, hey, welcome back.
No, I was trying to get on. My internet just wouldn't let me on. It was very strange.
Yeah, you have that Puerto Rico internet. Listen, if you hear from Uncle Howdy, you know how he likes to pop in here and there.
Oh my God!
Don't Venmo him any money, okay? Don't Venmo him.
What? Oh, I have to cancel that transaction. I just sent $200.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh man. He said he would pay me back with interest.
He's not gonna.
Oh man. Crazy. Yeah, the Pitch Black match. That'll be interesting. It'll be fun to see.
It will be interesting. It was a fun SmackDown overall. I hated the finish of the main ending, but I get it. John Cena's back. Woohoo.
Yeah, you're not gonna have John Cena back and have him lose. I mean, I would have respected the hell out of it.
You could have had Kevin Owens lose, but of course, John Cena's not gonna lose. Come on, we know the guy.
Yeah, that would have been a bit much.
But hey, his streak continues, right? The whole reason why he wrestled tonight was to continue his streak of wrestling every year since the year he debuted it.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So what do you have going on? Where's the party at tomorrow night?
I don't know. I got invited to a couple of things, but I'm afraid to leave Roman alone because he hates fireworks.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I might be the dog mom that stays home because I do not want to leave him alone, and he's not allowed to come to the places that I was invited to. So I'm very 50-50. I think I'm going to do a little day drinking with my dad, though. I can take Roman to that place and then just come home, do a little stream, and just count down with my puppy because it's going to be a rough night for him.
Okay, good.
What about you? What are you? Oh, you told me you're doing the 3 movies.
Salsa Lambada and the Forbidden Dance.
So you're staying home. You're in Vegas. Glenn, the most fun New Year's Eve I ever had was in Vegas.
I'm sure. But if you remember it, it couldn't have been that fun.
I remember some of it, and there's pictures and video evidence that I will never ever post anywhere.
Wow.
I woke up in the Caesar's Palace by the pool, and I wasn't staying at the Caesar's Palace. There's a picture of me by the pool as the sun was coming up.
Sheet Black, $4.99, drinking absolute vodka, cranberry juice, and club soda. Hate that I missed the news, cigars, and champagne tomorrow.
Hey, Sheet Black, thank you for all the super chats
so
and the
much.
support always. To everybody in the chat.
Seriously, you guys are amazing. Here we are. This was my 5.5, over 6 years. I've been doing this summer of 2016. It's crazy.
Wow.
Absolutely crazy.
Wow. I'm hitting 2 years next month. It doesn't even feel like it.
I know, it's nuts. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 5.5 years. Wow. Really, really crazy. Hey everybody, have a happy new year. Stay safe. Please drink responsibly, celebrate responsibly. Let's make it through. And yeah, we'll be back Tuesday to talk about NXT. Follow Issa at NYC Demon Diva. That's Diva with a 1. I'm at Glenn Rubenstein. We'll get you back here next time on the Wrestling Inc. podcast.
See you next year.
Happy New Year.